Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
All right, okay, we can zoom in a little bit. Right, David, everyone loves you. One of these people that when these boxing issues going on, it's like, what's Coldwell going to say about it? You're one of them people. No, nothing to do with that. I've got to ask you, first of all, what have you made of this situation that's developed today between Froch and Anthony Joshua, which has kind of been sort of behind the scenes going on, but WhatsApp messages being put out today?
Well, we all know that Carl don't really give a shit what anybody thinks, and he's just after those views, and he's doing a good job on getting those views. He's very, very controversial in what he says. But that message from AJ, and Carl's not the kind of guy...
Calling him a prick.
Yeah, you know, Carl's not the kind of guy that's going to go, oh, okay, I best wind it in. He's gone back at him full throttle. It's very, very interesting, but it'll be even more interesting if they come face to face, you know, if they bump into each other at a show. Yeah, it's one to watch, isn't it? It's one of those where you get your popcorn out, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think what we're used to seeing now is Carl Froch going onto his own channel, Froch and Fighting, and kind of addressing certain situations, which is kind of hilarious. But we knew there was kind of a little underlying issue there between the two of them. But
it has been for a while, hasn't it? Yeah. Because I think ever since Joshua left McCracken, it just seems to have been a little bit, you know, dropping a few little niggles towards AJ, and obviously the grown men, you know, they'll sort it out how they want to do. I just find as you do get older, you give less fucks about what people think, and I think Carl's kind of like at that point, you know, he don't care what anybody thinks. To be honest, I don't think he cared what anybody thought when he was younger, but he's more opinionated publicly and that now. And obviously Joshua's took offence to it, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit.
Maybe one for misfits.
Well, listen, steady on a little bit. Joshua, obviously Dubois facing off on 21st of September. What did you make of the clip that went out? I
loved it. AJ's just going after everybody. I love it because
throw a fucking chair over your face or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Dubois, to be fair, was like, he looked like he was ready as well. I can't knock Dubois on that point.
Yeah, because I think Dubois grown into himself a lot more over these last couple of years. I think that the Miller and the Hergovich fights and Don Charles, that whole mixture, I think it's just developed him mentally as a man. And I think because maybe AJ sparred with him when he was younger and things like that, I think Dubois is now at a point where he don't feel as though he should let anybody kind of try to buoy him up, you know, and he's obviously got under Anthony Joshua's skin, and AJ's like reacted like that, which I don't mind because it's better than him being all PC. If that's how he feels and if that's how he wants to be, then good. He's being himself. It's you know, I think people should be how they are. But what I will say is then you can't talk about, you know, people disrespecting you for saying little things like when you talk about going to pick up a chair and smash him over his face. Do you know what I mean? Didn't even say I'll chin you, I'm going to fucking knock you out or break your jaw. It was like I'm going to pick up a chair and smash you around the head. You know, that's not really like.
You remember this, and I said this to Joshua on Wednesday, that with Joshua, like, he's reacted more so than brought on that kind of heat. Obviously, we know that build up to the Baby Miller fight that didn't happen. How, do you know what I mean? That was kind of shaping into a good build up before obviously the fight didn't happen. But Dominic Brazil, do you remember that moment when they had that face to face? And Dominic Brazil said something to him, and Joshua kind of got that reaction. Dylan White said that reaction. But with Joshua, it seems like if you leave him alone, it's kind of left. But then if you put something his way,
It's like if you poke the bear. But when I say I like that, I don't mind that because he's being himself. He's reacting how he's... Listen, we don't people just go to violence, but you can respond in an aggressive manner like that when somebody pisses you off. People get offended way too easily if somebody says something back. You know, if he doesn't say anything back, then people say, oh, he's all media trained and he's fake, it's false. when he does give it you back, you can't give him shit for it because he's being himself, and that's how he is. And listen, Joshua didn't. From what I know, I don't know the guy, but he didn't grow up in some, nice, lovely, well-to-do sort of environment where everybody speaks proper and doesn't get pissed off. He's been in trouble. So he's got that edge to him, and then it's been moulded, disappeared a little bit for a while. He's come through and everything. And now he's perhaps at a point in his life where he's like, I don't really give a fuck because you're going to slag me off no matter what. So I'm going to react how I'm going to react naturally, and I don't mind that. And also, it's great because it's not a boring build-up. It's not, two fighters that are just going to say, oh, yeah, I wish them all the best. Oh, yeah, who cares? These are two guys that both can punch like fuck, both go in with the intention to knock you out. So the fight's going to be explosive and exciting. But if you can have that build-up where there's a needle and aggressiveness as well, and it just makes it all the more fun for a build-up as well.
Absolutely. Right, Dave, thank you very much to IFLTV. Got through it with the voice, and we'll definitely catch up with you again soon, mate.
Good to see you, mate. Hopefully your voice comes back soon as well.
I reckon another couple of days it's there. Someone said I sound like an Asian Phil Mitchell. I don't know how to take that, to be fair.
I don't know if you sound...
Right, Grant.
Oh, okay. Maybe so.
Asian Phil Mitchell. Whoever wrote that comment, fucking hell. Right, thank you very much. Dave Coldwell, catch up with you again soon.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.